Hey guys, here's some safety tips for any kind of jumping movement in the gym. So when you're jumping, the most important thing is your knees. You do not want to let your knees come inward, which is called a valgus movement, that you do not want that. You don't want that to happen when you're taking off or landing. So I'm going to show you bad form. So bad form, when you're taking off and you're landing, if your knees are coming in at all, that's bad juju for your knees. Don't do that. You want to make sure that your knees are forward or slightly out, place for me. So you want to keep your knees out during takeoff and landing. We're going to go over proper squat and deadlift form. Any kind of squat, you want to avoid losing neutral spine. What that means is even if you're coming way down low, but you're looking like that, see how my spine goes from this healthy spine position to that? You do this, not that. So, healthy spine, neutral position with that little curve. That's as low as you want to go. Any kind of squat, you want to maintain that neutral spine. That is so important, guys. And then with your knee and ankle placing, knees to follow your ankles. You're not going super far ahead, you're not going super far behind. You're kind of getting them to follow that line. You do not want your knees to go inward during the motion. You want to keep them forward or out. Feet should be forward or just really slightly out, like a 25-degree angle. Keep them forward or slightly out all the way down. You're going to use the right muscles, contract all the way up. At the peak of the motion, I'm here. My spine is still neutral. What you do not want to do, you don't want to come at the top and arch. No, let's not hyperextend the spine. So there's no need to do that to get that glute contraction. Love the glute contraction at the end, you can build that nice booty, but no need to overarch your spine. Use your bottom half to contract the glute, not your upper half to try to get that contraction. Deadlift, really important. So a lot of times, people start the deadlift with bad form. So you're picking up the big, heavy, and you're all the way down here. Look at the spine. No. So you want to start here. So if that means you need to put your deadlift on risers, do it. I would much rather you do that and have a healthy spine than compromise your spine, because it's really hard to recover from a spine injury. Those are probably the longest lasting injuries and some of the most common in the gym is your spine injury. Feel free to use an alternated grip. If you're not going super heavy, then over grip is just fine. But when you're coming down and you're in your start position, but to start in the motion, so the bar's going to be on the ground. If you can't pick it up with neutral spine, have it on risers. See, I lost my little bit of my neutral spine. So this is my area. Of course, if I had weights on this, it would be sitting high enough. And then you're gonna come up, having the knee follow the ankle, not super far ahead, not super far behind. You're gonna come up, squeezing the glutes, and stop there. None of this. No, don't do that. Squeezing that glute. All of this is avoiding knee and spine injuries. Those are the two high-risk areas. The stiff-legged deadlift, I actually really like the stiff-legged deadlift more so than the traditional deadlift. With this, all the other pointers still apply, right? Of course, with the stiff-legged deadlift, we're keeping our legs straight and then keeping the neutral spine, but we're going to talk about the upper spine. So before we were talking about the lower spine, now with the stiff-legged deadlift, I'm going to talk about the upper spine. Let's say the bar is really heavy and you're coming up like that. I see this all the time and I have to stop myself from doing it too. So my upper spine is now curved. And then you're finishing off like that. So that is not proper form. So what we want to do is we want to keep that back very flat the entire time. Keep the weight close to your body for one. Keep it very close. It's going to help with keeping the spine nice and flat. This first one is called the anterior high. You're gonna put your back leg on the wall. You're gonna come up and you're gonna straighten as far as you can. You can also do this with a partner, back leg against the wall. With resistance bands, you're actually gonna have a partner hold this and pull it. This next stretch is called the reverse ballerina. For the lack of height, I'm going to be on my knee, but originally this was done from a standing position. And you're gonna slowly roll into that, kind of really getting that hip abducted. Roll into it, you can get a really good stretch with this, and it's really gonna increase your pelvic mobility. So you're gonna tuck your leg over like so, and you're going to lean into this. You can arch your back a little bit more and press your chest kind of forward to really get an intense stretch from this if you are a little bit more flexible. If you're less flexible, just coming here will be great. This stretch is gonna start with a forward lunge. You're gonna move your body to the inside and you're just gonna press into that. So if I'm here and I've got my super friend, so I will be in this position with the stretch, and they're actually gonna be holding this out to the side toward me, and they're gonna be pulling me that way while I'm keeping this stretched position. Usually is a pretty good stretch for most people. You're gonna stick your butt on the wall. You're gonna move your heels as far down as you can, legs on either side of you, kind of in a happy baby position. Kind of those of you who are familiar with yoga. You're gonna wrap them very carefully, not to snap yourself, around your knees when you're in this position, and that is going to give you a good stretch on either side and kind of take the stretch up a notch. We're done number 4s. Basically, you're just gonna cross one leg over and press it into your chest. You're kind of making a 4 with your legs. Tuck your arms and hold your upright leg and just pull that into you, like rock side to side.